What's up, everybody? So tonight I want to talk about a few things. These videos that I've been doing. I've done a few of lately. Kind of why I do them, what I think they are, what I think they could be, if they aren't, who I offend, who I don't offend. Um, anyway, so as far as why I do them, I enjoy doing it. I spend a lot of time researching news articles and trying to learn as much about it as certain topics as I can, whatever event it is. I don't use one fucking source. I don't use legacy media at all. I try not to anyway. Try to use independent, you know, media as best I can. Reuters, um, Associated Press, BBC, hell, even Al Jazeera. Just because each one of those gives me a different piece of the puzzle, and the more pieces you have, the better chance you have of seeing what the actual whole picture is. You may never get the whole picture, or all the pieces, but you can get closer with the more of them you have. That's common sense. Speaking of common sense, uh, just because I'm from the South, born in Louisiana, raised here in Tennessee, got an accent. I'm not an idiot. Pretty well educated, actually. No, by no means am I the smartest person in the world. I'm probably barely halfway up that ladder, but I'm not an idiot. So that being said, between me wanting to get this out to people that may feel like they're covered up in a red state or a red area that they can't get any a break from, or not being treated right, or they don't have any people that see things the way they do, or have anything in common with the people around them. We're out there everywhere. I promise you, there's blue all over the place. I'm more of a purple, I guess. Anyways, I'm not a Republican by no means. I'm not a Democrat either, though. So I just happen to side with the Democrats right now because what's happened to the GOP is just fucking ridiculous. It's become just a shitty, fucked up, backwards ass, evil organization, and the way they sycophant and damn simp for his ass, on a daily basis. I don't know how they do it. It's the self deprivation that it would take to go and be in one of those meetings of his where you go around a table and everybody just, licks his boots and gives him presents and awards that he didn't deserve or earn. Tell him he's the greatest ever. It's insane. He acts just like a fucking king. You want to say there was no kings? Well, he thinks he's one. From the gold laden everything that he's puked all over the inside of the White House interior, to the fucking $400 million ballroom he's trying to build. That judge shut that down today too for 14 days. He's got to be loving that. That's what I mean. Like I said, I'd like to get it out to people. I'd like to eventually get a platform to where I could launch a podcast or something small. I'm not pretending I'm going to have any, I don't have any delusions of grandeur or nothing like that. I don't expect to get anything big or going on. I just like to be able to continue to do this on a regular basis because it helps me. It's an outlet. Plus, it's a way to deal with all the things that I see going on around me and all around this country, and it's the degradation of it, how it's been systematically just dismantled from USA Aid to all the people that are starving around the world because this administration doesn't know how to use soft power. All they know how to do is damn Department of War. I mean, come on, man, really? Defense wasn't good enough. You had to change it to the Department of War. Pushed out all the women, top women in the military, the admirals, those captains. That was wrong. It's fucked up. It's just given their way, they're gonna be just an all white, evangelistical Christian hardcore country. I mean, that's what they think. That's what they think of themselves. And even though most of them either come from immigrants themselves, with parents or grandparents, or married to them, or whatever else, it doesn't matter to them. They're exception to the rule, I guess. They want power, and now that they have it, they're not going to give it up easy. So let's go back to who I offend and who I don't offend. Most people that see this aren't offended by anything I say. Most people agree with what I say because they have critical thinking skills and they're able to tell wrong from right and what's going on around them in plain sight, and they're not easily gaslit. So that means the people that are insulted by me, the ones that do get mad and go into my comments and put snide shit down there and tell me that I look like this and I look like that, and I sound like this, and I'm a fucking libtard, I have Trump derangement syndrome. Your go-to answer, by the way, your cookie-cutter defense for anything anybody has anything to say critical about your dear orange leader, that's what you come up with. No receipts or no actual defense of the things that he's done, because you know that they're not defensible. So you throw that shit out there because you're pieces of shit too. See, that's the thing. Like I keep saying, at this point, after all the times passed and all the things that went down and come to light and not come to light and been covered up and just fucking, you're still behind him, then you're a piece of shit. You still support this fucking, the GOP and the rest of the cowards that are in it, you're a piece of shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't trust any politicians, the Democrats either. They're spineless and ineffective. But, they have the high ground right now for me as far as being the least of the two evils. I mean, that being said, people ask questions, like stupid ass question all the time, and say, "Oh, you think we'd been better off if Biden or Kamala Harris would have been the president?" Yeah, I do. I fucking do. Because not only do I think that, I know that. First off, they own the damn done this tariff bullshit that's made everything cost as much as it has. Raised inflation, fucking, unemployment. You'll say, "Oh, well, Biden's unemployment rate and Biden's inflation." Biden came in after Trump the first time to a fucking pandemic, and almost a year and a half or so of people not working in a shitty city situation. I'm not defending the man. I'm not really a big fan of his, but it's not fair also to say every fucking president that comes in after another shitty one all of a sudden inherits all their fucking problems. And so what Trump's done this go around is he's tried to reverse that and act like he's inherited problems that essentially he says it came from the last administration. Well, no, they just carried over from when he was here the first fucking time. His first term. His are all beds that he made and them that we're lying in. Except now, this go around, you all are all making them with him, and you follow him around and you lick his boots and you do what he tells you and you believe what he says, even though your own eyes are seeing something different. You're gaslit into believing that you're, it's not what you see. So if you think that fits your narrative and that's who you think I'm talking to, then you're probably right, because I do think you're a piece of shit then, and I will never change that opinion. So, but I'm willing to engage. You want to get on there, like I said, comment, tell me on whatever. I don't give a fuck. We'll go back and forth. That's fine. Just don't use the words that downgrade or insult special needs people, handicapped people. That's fucking ridiculous, and this regime that's here and here now, you brought that back, and for context, I'm talking about the word retarded. I don't say that word usually, and I don't care for it in it, but I mean, as much as I cuss and go on, that should tell you something. That was just for context, and but we can insult each other all day long, back and forth. I don't care, but there's no need to bring them into it. That's what I'm saying, I guess. Anyway, that's just kind of what I think when I was feeling about it. And like I said, if you're interested in it and you want to stay with me and see if I do any better at it, and because I am trying to do better each one, and I'm working on some points of research and some methods of doing it, and I'm going to try to keep the things interesting the best I can. Like I said, I like to build a platform, get as many followers and people that have similar mind and interest on this as possible. And if you don't like me, I don't fucking care. I'm 46 years old. I have raised a son who's now in college. His mother and I have been together for 20 some odd years now. Um, I'm good, man. You know, I got a house. I'm okay. So I don't need your fucking adoration or your approval. So fuck off.